We then move on to the content of a website, and this is very, very, very important. If you want to be found for something, if you want to be found for a phrase, you must mention it on the page that you want to be found for. There are different elements to a page. Every page on a website has dozens of different elements, but the most important parts are the title of the page. I'll show you an example of that in a moment. The description, the meta description, which is kind of a description that appears behind the scenes and in the search results on a search engine. The headlines, the body text, which is the main part of text on the site. Again, page names, the URLs, and the names of images and alternative text that exists for images. Sorry, that was the duck ramp. So if we take an example, and I've taken a rather entertaining one, if we do a search for something like beaches Cornwall, what you'll be able to see in the search results are these bits in blue. These are the titles for a particular page on a website, and these bits here are the meta descriptions, the descriptions that exist on that particular page. And I'm going to pick on Visit Cornwall, but fortunately they have got a new site which has been redesigned by Nixon as well. But you can see the title says Beaches in Cornwall, Visit Cornwall, but it says 80% of Cornwall is surrounded by water, giving us the longest stretch of coastline in the UK. With over 300 beaches to choose from, you don't have to visit. Go to Devon instead. So, descriptions need to be no longer than 25 words. If you go over that 25 words, expect Google and the other search engines not to show the entire result in there. Also make sure that the titles are descriptive, but reasonably short. Not really, really, really long, not very, very short, but really explain what the page is about. So if we visit that page, then hopefully that will be a page that is all about beaches in Cornwall. And there we can see we've got a page that is talking about beaches in Cornwall. The title also appears at the top here. It mentions beaches in Cornwall. Beaches in Cornwall appears here and here. And the page is generally about beaches that are in Cornwall. So make sure you include the words in those elements of your page. And remember, every page has a different focus, every page has a different key phrase. Then move on to possibly the most important part about achieving good rankings in the search engines. Links into your website are really, really, really important. Really, really important. You can obtain links from free directories, business directories, information websites, related businesses, blogs, social media. There are lots of different places. Here's an example of just a free directory or free index. Everybody in this room could get themselves listed in there. And here's our entry on the free index, and we can see a link coming out to our website. So we'll get traffic, we'll get visitors directly from that link, which will hopefully be useful to us. But also the search engines look at the number of links that come into the site, where they come from, and how relevant they are to influence your position in the search engines. If your competitors have more links coming into their websites from more relevant places, they will achieve a higher ranking in the search engine than you will do. That is the most important part of search engine optimization, getting links. For those of you who are in tourism, it's pretty easy to share links with attractions and accommodation providers and the likes, but most businesses have related businesses. They certainly all have directories that you can go and get entries of them. If you don't do anything today other than go and grab half a dozen links from some really, really good places, then yeah, that will have a very positive effect. Business Cornwall magazine's got a few links out. Nice link to the UK Net Web Recession Guide and blog there as well, and a few other links. Links take many different forms. They can be images, they can be text. And you might look at blogs, and here we can see a blog, UK travel tips, and you can see that there's a number of links out there to all sorts of different places. So search engines follow links, real people follow links as well. The idea of search engine optimization is not to cheat the search engines, but to try and help them understand that your site is all about what it should all be about, and make sure it's the best and the most relevant and match the phrase that people are actually looking for. So go and grab some more links. As Malcolm mentioned, we need to be able to measure what's going on. We need to be able to measure what's happening. Fortunately, websites and online marketing is quite easy to measure. And one package that I'd recommend is Google Analytics. It's a free application that's available from Google, and it allows you to monitor what's going on your site. You can measure, if you've got an online shop, you can see what revenue is coming in from different sources, and it allows you to mull over what's going on and then make changes and mould your website into a much better site that performs better for the phrases that you need to be found for. And here's an example. This is just a small e-commerce site up in the Midlands, and we can see here a list of all of the different sources of traffic. So we can see Google AdWords here, we can see Google Organic, the free stuff, we can see Google Base, now called Google Merchant Center, which is a free source of traffic, and we can see the revenue figures in tens and hundreds of pounds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds that each of those sources have generated, and we can dig down into much greater detail to see if a particular website has generated more income, or if a particular key phrase has generated more income. And we've got a lot of data now available to us to help us make decisions on how to change a website. Remember, it's a free piece of software. It'll cost you a little bit of money to get your web developer to build it in, but it's essential to have something like this so you can really understand what's going on. And Toby, myself, and people that have got access to our clients' analytics accounts are able to see how their business is doing, and if it is a downturn or an upturn, we know how to react to that and make changes to make it even better. And you can compare different date ranges. You've got a lot of information. You can find out what the visitors are doing on the website. You can see what's going on there. Very, very, very useful piece of software. As I've already mentioned, there's a lot of supporting material here. If we printed it all out, it would destroy several rainforests. So the supporting material we've got is available at linux.com/Friday 13th. Make a note of that. We can also email the other documents out to you. There are some documents there that aren't for public release. We don't want everybody seeing them. So if you just contact us, we'll actually send you them by email if that's going to be easier for you, so you can have a good copy of those. If you've got any questions, again, after Aaron's presentation, we'll be taking questions. I'll be around for a little while as well, so any questions you've got, there's no secrets of online marketing. Just ask whatever you need to ask and we'll be happy to help.